my God. Welcome to the jungle.
Hello, everyone.
Awesome.
Hello. I am taking over the sound. If you could stop making the noise, which you were doing such a good job of. Thank you. Oh, I love it. Muting and everything. Actors are so amazing. I love you guys. So hello, everyone, and welcome to the Playground Experiment Volume 147. What? 147. My name is Erin Mohan, and I am currently in New York City, the ancestral land of the Lenape people. If you have your signs and would like to hold them up, this is the time now. Tonight, we have artists participating from a range of places all over the country. And you can see several of them right now holding up the names of the indigenous peoples whose ancestral lands they are currently on. We at the PGE acknowledge that wherever we are in this country, we are occupying stolen land, and we honor and respect the indigenous people that once lived here, as well as the indigenous people who continue to live here and contribute to our society. We at the PGE strive to be an inclusive organization for all theater artists. And with that, I'd like to invite everyone else who is participating to turn on their cameras, say hello, and please welcome to this virtual stage that I have behind me, our founder and artistic director, Mike Lesser. Give it up for Mike. Woo!
Yay. Woo.
Welcome everyone that's out there on YouTube land, all two of you, and those of you that are watching later. We're glad to have you at our virtual volume 147. As Erin said, my name is Mike Lesser. I am the artistic director, and you are at our virtual volumes, which is our flagship program, where 6 writers are bringing in what we call work in process, meaning it's not completed, it's not done, it's not ready for review. It is work that is being worked on by the writers, and they need to hear it. And what better way to hear it than with the brilliant PGE acting pool? Everybody unmute yourself and make some noise for our PGE acting pool.
Excellent.
And for those of you that are watching on YouTube, we have an amazing YouTube moderator tonight, and that's Al Monaco, all the way up in Buffalo. Just say hi to Al while you're there. The weird thing about all of this virtual land is that you're not in the same room with us, but you kind of are. So if you are watching on YouTube and you want to let the writers know that you are enjoying their work, or things that are lines that are popping for you or sparking for you, feel free to use the chat with Al to alert them of that. It's really fun, and it's a nice way of also connecting with each other as a community, even though you're not in the same room with us. So we hope that you do that. We also want to thank our host tonight. Erin Mohan is here tonight, writer, actor, teacher extraordinaire.
Starting dinner.
So I'm going to ask our actors to have their first bit of stage direction and disappear, leaving just our writers and our 2 stage directions readers. Yay! Tonight, we have 2 brilliant stage directions readers. We have the amazing Benny D from Benny D Primetime, and we have the amazing Natalie Necafera.
My shirt.
Has his own shirt. I love it. And now I'm going to ask.
I'm giving away, like,
he's giving away love. That's what you're giving away.
No. I could give some of you these shirts.
Well, we're going to ask Erin to come back, and I'm going to ask our stage directions readers to leave with just our writers.
I mean, I could give
one writer.
I could give people these.
Awesome.
I don't know what I'm saying. If anybody wants the shirt, let me know.
Awesome. And I'm going to give it over to Erin, our host, for the rest of the evening. See you at intermission.
Thanks, Mike. You guys are in for a treat. As you can see, the gorgeous faces in front of you. So much talent in the writers, so much talent in the actors. Like, if you all aren't watching this, you're missing out. I can't say enough good things. I'm so excited to be here and be hosting. So my gorgeous writers, if you all could go away except for Jacob, and if you are acting in Jacob's piece, I'm gonna use my Zoom magic to bring you forward, aka you're going to turn your cameras on. Thank you so much. Oh, look, so amazing. So this is 1,000 Natural Shocks by Jacob Marks Rice, and Jacob is going to introduce his piece and his amazing cast. I turn it over to you, Jacob. Thanks.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much for having me. It's so wonderful to be here. I love this place, and I love it when it's real. I love it when it's digital. Yeah, so this is 1,000 Natural Shocks. Quick synopsis. Kennedy, and so this is about 25 pages in. Kennedy and Laurel are a couple that are beginning their investigation of in vitro fertilization to have a kid. When they go to the doctor to learn more, they discover that both of them assume the other person would carry the baby. To make things more complicated, the adopted daughter of Laurel's friends has showed up out of the blue with no explanation and is staying with them. Content warning, there is swearing, discussions of depression, suicide, in vitro fertilization, miscarriages, adoption, racism, and birth defects. And I have an amazing cast here. Akia Wilson will be playing Kennedy. Melissa Roth will be playing Laurel. And Jessica, actually, I realize in this instant, I don't know your last name.
Chen.
Jessica Chen will be playing Jennifer. Sorry about that. Thank you. And I'll let Benny D carry it off with stage directions. Thank you so much.
Okay. 1,000 Natural Shocks by Jacob Marks Rice. Scene 4. Jennifer adjusts her phone carefully, checking her appearance. She hits the record record button on the phone.
Hey followers, there's a super sweet worrying about me in the comments. I know I promised more videos, but Mama Lucy was being a total colonizer. And
Jennifer hits the stop button. She switches her hair, leans back in her chair, and picks up the phone for a less formal recording style.
hey followers, miss you like whoa. I promised to post another adoption post soon, but I met this guy with a private jet and he's completely in love with me.
She hits stop, then immediately hits record.
Hey followers, the world is just shit sometimes.
She puts the phone back where it was before.
Hey followers, things have just been
You
super
just
crazy.
assumed I would carry a baby without even mentioning it.
Jennifer sighs and stops the recording.
You didn't say anything either.
Because you're the one that, right. Hi.
How was the doctor?
You told her,
I'm not good at secrets.
except from me.
I thought it was obvious.
Of course we can talk about this later.
My mom's fight all the time.
Pulling out money from her purse.
Get yourself a Snickers or something.
Chocolate gives me pimples.
So, you ain't getting married in this town?
Jennifer takes the money and leaves.
This is...
Yeah. I'm sorry for losing my temper. The whole visit was just so...
very so.
I don't want to pick sperm from an app or pay $1,000 for it. And that's before the real bill. I mean, Jesus, $25,000?
It could be 18.
Are we ready for this? Any of it?
Millions of people have managed having kids.
How many screwed it up? And they didn't have to deal with all of this extra. It's not fair.
We have advantages too. Stable jobs, stable-ish. Friends who have been through it. We're not a 16-year-old dating the pimply clerk at a 7-Eleven.
You have to stop watching reality TV.
We love each other. We'll figure out the apps and the acronyms and the money. I promise.
How?
I don't know. But have I ever promised something I couldn't deliver?
You said Drake was coming to my 30th birthday.
That's your fault for liking Drake. I will be right here to hold your hand every step of the way.
You still think I'm having the baby.
Isn't that what we're talking about?
I mean, carrying. You assume I'm the one getting pregnant.
You can't seriously. I'm 42.
People do it. Your cousin Jill.
The one who had 4 miscarriages?
She had a kid eventually.
You're worried about the cost, but you want to do this 5 times? And each time it fails means I'm that much older. It took Jill 7 years. I'm not waiting 7 years to be a family.
Having a kid isn't the only way to be a family. What kind of heteronormative bullshit is that?
That's not. Why are you being so impossible?
Disagreeing with you doesn't make me impossible.
You're not disagreeing. You're being ridiculous. You're younger.
That's not
healthier.
the only consideration.
Why can't you just?
Because I don't want to kill myself.
What?
They take you off depression meds when you get pregnant to protect the health of the baby. No antidepressants.
That's. I didn't know that.
Well, now you do.
I mean, it's only 9 months.
Do you remember the last time I went off my meds?
It's not a thing people forget.
Now imagine I was on that bridge with your child inside of me.
Okay.
I've had 3 years. 3 years of wanting to be alive out of the last 32. All the years fighting against my depression, trying to change my mental patterns. All of the times it got too much and I tried to kill myself. All the months afterward, feeling guilty that I scared everyone. And then slowly, finally crawling out of that hole, getting on the right meds, figuring out a life that actually works for me. And you, having you, being able to function, being able to make plans for a future that I want to be alive for, being functional enough that I could even imagine taking care of kids. Finally going to bed knowing I'll be glad when I wake up in the morning.
That's not just the medication, though. But like you said, you have all your progress and me. You'd still have those even if you went off.
You're not serious.
If we were really careful.
I haven't been off medication for more than 6 weeks without an attempt in 13 years. What do you think the survival rate would be for 9 months? Half? 2/3?
That's not fair.
That's what you're talking about, Laurel. That's what you're asking.
No, I'm saying it doesn't have to be that. It's not 50% chance and you know it.
Fine. So there's only 20% chance of me dying. That's fine with you? What about 10%? 5? What exact death probability is acceptable so you can have your baby?
Our baby.
Answer the question, Laurel.
It's not. There are ways to. Pregnancy always comes with risks. Kennedy, that's not what I.
The door slams. Silence. After a moment, Jennifer answers from the front door.
Hey, they were out of Snickers, so. Can I keep the money? Kidding. Unless I can. Damn.
Laurel takes the money.
Shouldn't spy on people.
How'd you know?
Coming back in right away was a bit suspicious.
The hallway was boring.
Wouldn't have been a problem if you had actually gone to the store.
How else am I supposed to know what adults are talking about?
You're not. The point of being a kid is that it's not your problem.
You know, adults always do this shit. They say they're protecting me or whatever, but it's way more annoying and confusing than if they just told the fucking truth.
What happened?
What do you mean?
You didn't drive 5 hours to watch Kennedy and I have an existential crisis.
I didn't know there was going to be an existential crisis. You wouldn't get it.
Because I'm old?
Because you're white.
Oh, that's. I wasn't expecting that answer.
Sorry.
No, don't. You don't ever have to. God, I'm really bad at these kind of conversations.
All white people are.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
That doesn't make it okay.
That's also true.
Are you just gonna agree with everything I say?
Honestly, yep. It's pretty much the plan.
They want me to be so fucking grateful.
Your mom's?
They rescued me from some terrible life in a Chinese orphanage, my personal white saviors.
That's not how they see it.
How would you know?
I was there when they brought you home. They were so excited they didn't put you down for 2 weeks because they knew how lucky they were to have you. Their little miracle.
I don't want to be their miracle.
What do you want?
And the other Chinese kids in my school, they go to Saturday school. They speak Mandarin. They make dumplings with their gong. My grandma only makes broccoli cheese casserole.
Broccoli cheese casserole is delicious.
I'm lactose intolerant. I'm literally allergic to their heritage. Even when I tried to run away from their white privilege, I had to run to another fucking white lady because they only have white friends.
What about Kennedy?
Who keeps trying to get me to leave.
That's not. We're delighted to have you here. Both of us.
They yanked me out of my country, taught me nothing about my people, and then get pissy anytime I point out how fucked this world is. What am I supposed to do with that? How am I supposed to forgive them for being so...
That sounds really hard.
Will you stop agreeing? It's annoying.
I agree. What would you prefer?
I don't know. Don't adults love giving useless advice?
Are you asking for advice?
No. But if you had any, I wouldn't mind.
I have no idea how you deal with the heritage thing. And it sounds like you've put a lot of thought into it, and you're a smart kid, and I don't know. I mean, being a teenager is a head trip, and figuring out who you are never stops being hard. But I do know it's not your job to forgive your parents. It's your job to find them completely annoying and take them for granted until it's too late. And then it's your job to continue the chain by raising your own kids who can never forgive you for the shit you fucked up.
I won't fuck up my shit. My kids.
For 100,000 years, every kid has thought that. And every single one has been wrong.
I won't be. What are you going to do about the baby?
I was so sure it was going to be perfect. I never even considered anything could ever get in the way. And then the money and Kennedy. She's right. What I said was completely... I wasn't thinking. It's not like I can just... I don't know. It's all just kind of fucked.
Promise me you won't adopt from China.
China doesn't let same-sex couples adopt.
Then how did my mom's...
The policy didn't become official until after. And things were so chaotic back then. Deb could apply as a single mom because they weren't married. There were just enough cracks to sneak through. And that's why they were so grateful to have you.
They don't seem grateful.
Have you talked to them since?
They've called a couple times, left voicemails.
What'd they say?
I don't check my voicemails.
They're really worried.
Bullshit.
Why else would they be in Boston?
They're here?
They drove up 2 days ago. They're staying in an Airbnb.
Why didn't they tell me?
They wanted to give you space.
Then why did they come?
Because they also wanted to be close.
That makes no sense.
Loving someone sometimes means making no sense. You should call them. I bet they'd really appreciate hearing your voice. Well, the couch is yours as long as you need it.
You're gonna be a good mom.
I hope so. Maybe if I get really lucky, I'll manage to raise a kid as cool as you.
Yeah, probably not.
Interlude 4. Loss.
My dad is old school. Grew up in Oakland getting free breakfast from the Black Panthers. Put himself through college delivering ATM machines. Have you ever tried to pick up an ATM machine? A good dad, a great role model, but not an easy man to come out to. It was the summer after school ended. I had a flight in the morning to Mississippi to start Teach for America. I went out and sat in his garden. I explained everything. The secret I'd kept since Amanda Quizcater. Then I waited and waited. And then he turned to me and said, "At least you're not pregnant." He laughed and I knew it was okay. The next morning I was in such a rush, I didn't notice how quiet my mom was at breakfast. Over the next few months, she started going to church more, posting things on Facebook. We used to talk 3 times a week, but slowly, she didn't come to the wedding. I kept waiting for her to realize how stupid she was being. Even as I walked through the doors into that beautiful barn, I thought, what a beautiful surprise it'll be when I see her there at the front. But all I saw was the extra seat I saved her next to my dad. All I saw was the hole where my mom was supposed to be.
End of scene.
End of expert.
All right, actors come back. Jacob, come back. Sorry. Oh, brava, bravissima. Oh my gosh, that was so good. I am so sad that that's the end of this excerpt because I just want more. I need to see this full play. It needs to be produced with this cast. You guys are phenomenal and you're getting lots of love in the chat. I hope all of you look in the chat and see. You are all amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And now through Zoom magic, I hate to do this, but I'm going to make all of your gorgeous faces disappear. And I'm going to make all of Marge's cast for late learning come forward. It's magic on Zoom. Oh, I'm so excited. Guys, again, in for a treat. Look at this amazing cast. Like, come on, stellar actors, each and every one. And I'm going to turn it over to Marge O'Neill Butler to give you a little summary and introduce her actors for her play, Late Learning. Take it away, Marge.
Hi, everybody. Thank you so much. We had just a great rehearsal. I am so lucky to have these actors that I have. Deb and Claire and Shayna, Helene and Niall. Really, I'm looking forward to hearing it again. My piece is called Late Learning. There's content warning for rape and a hint of incest. Late Learning is about Muriel, an illiterate older woman who is trapped by her adult children in her own home. Determined to finally best her children, she escapes to the library when hearing about a free program teaching reading and writing. With literacy threatening their status, her son and daughter continue to lock up Muriel and beat up and threaten Shayna, the volunteer who works educating Muriel. We are going to start at the beginning of the piece with Muriel's monologue.
It first happened to me when I was 10. I had seen the animals in the field doing it, so what did I know? Except it hurt. I didn't know that before, and I couldn't walk properly after the first time. He took me from the back, and I couldn't. It was just like a goat. He was drunk, so I'm guessing he didn't remember. Or maybe he did, because it started to happen more and more. I'd hide and sissy in my room, but my mother would say, "Go out to the barn and do your chores," and if I didn't go, I'd be... So I'd go. I'd hurry like mad trying to finish up, but he would always catch me. It was like he was watching me and waiting. I could never escape. After the first few times, it didn't hurt so much, but I never liked feeling like an animal. I never told my mother. I think I knew she'd never believe me. Tell me it was my imagination or my fault. Or that I asked for it. It's not like I had a figure then. I was stick straight with long spindly legs. He gave me something to drink before and after each time, and I learned to like that. It numbed my feelings. Kept at it. Rhonda was born when I was 14. Scrawny and mean. Yes, babies can be mean. No amount of cuddling would calm her down. She'd thrust out her arms and legs and dare me to make her feel better. Squawk like a chicken just before its head was lopped off. Horrible little thing. She's pretty much the same way now. My mother decided I should live with the man and invited him into the house. The barn man. He stank like old whiskey and manure. Now that he had me, he took me all the time, pressing his flabby body into me, banging me into the headboard like a horny pig. I drank more and more to dull the pain. Buck came along when I was 16. He came out feet first, as if trying to hang on to me for dear life. Poor thing. His face was all mashed up, like someone punched him. He looked like a piglet. His nose was turned up so you could see right into it. Took him forever to learn anything, and his cry? Like someone killing him. A year or so after Buck was born, he left, the barn man. Left the farm, left me and the kids, and I still can't get the smell of him out of my nose.
Mrs. Bell,
What do you want?
I'm Shayna Sokoloff. I've been sent by Miss Green at the library. I understand there was a problem getting your library card.
Problem? Didn't get one.
I think we've had a misunderstanding.
You think? Go. I don't have time right now.
Well, it'll only take a minute.
Been a minute. Goodbye.
Please, Mrs. Bell, I'd like to talk to you about our program.
Why are you here?
I'd like you to sign up for our classes.
Tried that.
But you didn't sign up.
How do I sign up when people won't listen?
Do you want to take the classes?
Of course. Why the hell would I go all that way? It was clear they weren't interested in a woman like me.
We are. We're interested in everyone.
Yeah, right.
May I come in?
You selling something? 'Cause I don't need nothing.
Let me sign you up for the program.
Mrs. Bell hesitates and then moves to the side of the door, begrudgingly letting Shayna in.
I got nothing to offer you.
I don't need anything, thanks.
Don't sit there, that's the cat's chair.
Oh, you have a cat?
Did.
Ah. So, Mrs. Bell.
Muriel.
Yes, Muriel. The program we've started is for those who may not have had a full education.
Huh. That's me.
You left school.
At 14, couldn't read, write, so what's the use? Still can't.
But you'd like to. Be able to read and write.
My kids think it's a waste of time.
What do you think?
I'd like to. Read, learn more.
So, I can help you with filling out the form if you'd like.
I don't want my kids to know.
I won't tell.
They wouldn't like it.
Why is that?
They can't read neither. Don't want me smarter.
Well, they could take classes too.
No. What do I do?
Let me explain.
The sound of a truck driving up and slamming on its brakes.
You gotta go.
But I'm not.
If he finds you here, I'm... Quick, out the back way.
Muriel forces Shayna to go. Truck door slams.
All right, can I call you?
No.
What's your number?
Yes, Get out!
All right, here's my card.
Quick, go.
Buck enters the room.
That car, who called that?
Some sales lady I threw out the back door.
Nice car. Excuse me, a car like that.
It's not your car. You have a truck.
I like that car. See if she give it to me.
Buck starts backing out. Shayna's car is leaving.
She's going. Leave it be. Why are you home so early?
Felt like it. Hungry.
You know you can't leave the job like that. The man told you. You have to stay all day.
Couldn't. Hungry.
I made your lunch.
I ate it this morning. Hungry.
You're not supposed to.
Told you. Hungry.
Go out back and do your chores.
Maybe she let me drive the car.
She's gone. Leave it. Get.
Buck starts to go out.
Hungry.
I'll fix supper early. Go.
He goes. Muriel looks at Shayna's card, then goes to the phone.
Hello? Are you there? So, this is Muriel. I want to do it. Can you come back? No, morning? Not after that. Only morning. My number is... morning.
Muriel hangs up. Rhonda comes into the room.
Who are you talking to?
No one.
Heard you.
Wrong number.
The kids are coming home, got word.
When?
Tomorrow morning. Told the people you'd be here.
No.
Where are you going?
I'll be here, but I just can't do the kids.
You gotta do the kids. I told them you'd be looking after them.
They're your kids. You do it.
Got an appointment.
Oh, like you're some big boss.
The club need me to organize. Harry picked me.
Then let the kids stay where they are.
You're their grandma.
And you're their mother.
I told them already, it's all set.
Done my mother in. Terrible job I did. Don't need to do it no more.
They'll keep kids.
Should have thought of that before you messed up.
I didn't. It was Buck's fault. You know that.
You're the mother. Where were you when it happened?
Watch your mouth.
Watch your own.
You know what'll happen.
Don't, Rhonda.
Do I need to call Buck? You will be here tomorrow when they drop off the children. Got it?
This place is not good for them.
They're my kids, and I'll have them here.
You better be watching Buck every minute.
You mind your own self. I'll take care of Buck.
Like you did when you were 15?
Shut it.
No. No, not anymore.
Rhonda goes to the back door and yells.
Get in here, Buck. Mama need a lesson.
Okay, but they can't stay here for good.
What are you... Where are they gonna go?
This is my house. I want it back.
Where am I supposed to take them then?
I don't know, but it's time for you both to go.
What are you gonna do with Buck?
There's a house for people like him. I checked.
You sending your own son away.
It's time.
No, it's time for you to do what you're told.
Buck enters carrying a tool.
What?
Mama needs her lesson.
Ken?
Again, take her to the room.
I'll go by myself. Don't lock the door.
Buck, lock her in, teacher. She's not in charge.
She's not in charge.
Right.
Buck grabs Muriel by the arm and starts to drag her off to her room, and Rhonda leaves the house.
Mama, how come you never learn your lesson?
I was just about to cook your supper. Who gonna cook your supper? Don't lock the door and I'll come out. Fix your food.
But Rhonda says.
You hungry?
Hungry.
All right then. You go out and do your chores and I'll fix your supper.
Rhonda, be mad at me.
No, she not be mad. Go on.
Buck leaves by the back door. Muriel heads to the phone and dials.
Don't come in the morning. Not a good time. I'll call you again. When it's a good time.
She hangs up and stares at the card, then stares at the phone. She dials the operator.
Hey, Clarice. I need the number for the people who take in the children. You know, take them from their parents. I guess that's it. Say it again. Thanks.
She hangs up and quickly dials the phone.
I need to talk to someone about my grandchildren.
Scene 2. Shane is at Muriel's door.
Come in, quick. Don't want the neighbors to see you.
Are you... Oh, never mind.
Sit here, right here.
The table might be better.
It's dirty.
So next time, can you clear it off? It's better for working.
Yes, sit here. Don't want the neighbors to see you.
They can see my car.
Oh, yeah. Didn't think.
So anyway, here's how it works. Move that chair and sit next to me. You have to sign up for a library card so the county knows you're local and able to take classes. Do you think you should start with the moderate class?
I need beginners. I don't know how to write proper.
Cursive. No worries. They don't even teach that anymore.
What? Why? I've always wanted to connect my letters like that.
Well, this course is more like how to read, recognize words.
But I want to...
Maybe later I will teach you.
Even Rhonda can't do it.
Rhonda's your...
daughter.
That's nice.
I don't want to get into my kids. They won't be here much longer. I told them both.
They're moving.
Soon, I hope.
You said kids.
Buck's my son. He's slow. Don't know what happened to him. Born that way.
There are lots of reasons that... He was the one in the truck yesterday?
I don't want him here no more. He's big.
Are you afraid of him?
No. Not... He does what Rhonda says, and sometimes...
Did he hurt you?
Not hurt. I don't like being locked away. There's a room...
Muriel, you are going to learn to read and write, and I'm going to help you get your house back. Now here's the form for the library card.
Scene.
Actors, you got to get your applause and love in the chat. And oh my gosh, my head hurts. It's so hard and so good. And just thank you, Marge, for sharing. And
Oh, thank you. And thank you, actors. And thank you, Ben. Really such a beautiful job.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you, Marge. Thank you, Marge. I appreciate it.
And as much as I hate to do this because I love you all and you all just did a fabulous job, you're going away. And Robin Eldimension's cast for Doc Talk is coming on. Yes, Robin. Oh, I love it. You look gorgeous. Oh, and every time I see the next cast, I'm like, oh, this cast is my favorite. Oh no, this cast, all of them are my favorite. You have some stellar actors here. And Robin, I will turn it over to you to introduce these gorgeous humans and your piece.
Yeah, I'm really excited about my actors and this piece. This piece is called Doc Talk, and it's set in 2025 in pandemic time. We're still in it. And I want my actors to introduce themselves, and I'm going to escape away, but very quietly, because this is a murder mystery. Don't be scared. Ooh. Go ahead, take it away, Natalie.
I'm Natalie Necki-Farham, doing stage directions.
Anyone else introduce yourself?
I'm Monica Ray. I'm playing Dr. Cheryl Jovitz.
Diana Cherkis. I'm playing Dr. Sally Leibowitz.
I'm
Alexander
Auslander.
D'Souza. Dr. Patricia Robinson. I'm sorry.
Sorry. I'm Jordan Auslander playing Dr. Dan Rockefeller.
Okay. Doc Talk by Robin L. Dimension. Scene 1. It's 2020, summer in New York City. The stage is set with 4 large format TV monitors. A Zoom call starts off with all screens dark. We hear voices first.
Hello? Yeah, this is Dr. Dan Rockefeller. Can you hear me? I'm having some trouble with the visual effects.
Hello. Just give me a second. I'm just finishing my dinner. Sorry.
Visual of Dr. Patricia Robinson in her living room appears.
Hello. Where is everybody? I see names, but no faces.
Visual of Dr. Dan Rockefeller in his office appears.
Figured it out. Hello, Patty. Cheryl, how are we today?
Visual of Dr. Cheryl Jovitz still chewing food in her own office appears.
Hello. Sorry. I've had a day. Hi, Patricia. You look great. Dr. Rockefeller, nice to see your face finally.
Hello, Dr. Cheryl Jovitz, Dr. Dan Rockefeller. Let us be a little more professional when addressing each other. Please keep in mind that we are recording for professional reasons. Is this the whole group?
It's true. We are professionals. My apologies. I had no responses from my list of people. It seems no one really cares about our economic issues when it comes to this pandemic. I'm sure they will have something to say after we publish.
About that, should we publish? I can appreciate that we are the leaders in our respective fields, but truthfully, who are we to say or state beyond the facts? Our theories will be questions and could hurt our respective careers.
Isn't that what we're here for in the first place? Our theories? I thought this was a think tank on what we could recommend for future lifestyles of humanity.
Dr. Cheryl Jovitz is still chewing as she speaks. Food hits the screen as she coughs.
Oh, my apologies. Oh, I'm famished. I had no time to myself today. Damn, now I have to clean my screen. Just give me a minute.
She goes off visual.
I love her. She's a hot mess. Oh, I mean, really, social science doctorate degree and the social skills of a...
Dr. Dan Rockefeller, if you utter another word out loud...
Well, no harm, no foul. I was just teasing. You know we have a past. I meant no harm.
You know we have a past, and you don't hear me bragging about it. Seeing that this is a public venue, you don't know who will watch or listen to this. And given the current climate you're in, I'd be cautious about anything you say, okay?
Patricia, the sexual assault charges I was accused of were rescinded. The girl was bonkers and had a history of pathological lying and schizophrenia.
It's Dr. Patricia Robinson, please. Okay, that was even way more information than we needed to know. Edit button. Just edit yourself for your own sake.
I didn't turn off my microphone. Thanks a lot, Dan. Dr. Dan Rockefeller, for that introspect into your paranoid, insecure, judgmental mind. Honestly, you can't let it go for a minute. Not everything is about you.
She comes back in a different shirt.
With the climate being socially challenged, you would think you'd give a girl a break on a proverbial Zoom chat. God, for Christ's sake.
Okay, we've gotten off to a rough start and we are getting way too personal. Fresh slate. Let's do a personal assessment and roll call to see who we are missing. Perhaps send them an additional invite reminder right now. Section of the Zoom chat, there's a button to send an invite to anyone in your email accounts. Let's take the next 5 minutes to work on that and rally the troops.
Agreed, and my apologies. I've just had a day and I shouldn't have let it out on you all.
My apologies, Dr. Cheryl. You know I meant no harm. Probably just leftovers.
Leftovers. Okay, I'm not even gonna unpack that, leaving that luggage closed. I appreciate the apology.
Dr. Sally Lebowitz becomes visual.
Well, hello everyone. Sorry I am late. The internet trouble. Why so quiet? Are we at an impasse already? Dr. Jovitz, you don't look happy, but that top you're wearing is smashing. Dr. Rockefeller, are you in trouble? Again? Hello, Patricia, how are you?
The visual of Dr. Dan Rockefeller disappears.
I can't believe it. Your timing is special. I'm fine. We're just miffed by the lack of participants. If you want to go through a list of invitees and send them a quick reminder, you can do so in the participants section. Just scroll down to invite. If you hit that button, it'll take you to your emails and you can send a quick reminder that the Summit for Pandemic 2020 Aftermath and Pandemic Theories has started.
Thank you, Patricia. How far did I step my foot into it?
Let's just say you're smelling it. He's sensitive. He'll be back.
Oh, well, he deserves a little chastising. I mean, honestly, my day has been tough, and I even prefaced that with a heads up. He's all over me with insults, damn it.
You heard what you wanted to hear. My mic is still on. I just wanted to get something to eat. Dr. Cheryl Jovitz is an influencer.
Changing my top again. This one smells. The water is off in our building until tomorrow, and of course it's time for laundry. Yep. Then I got news that one of my colleagues has COVID-19, and I'm still waiting for test results. Stress level is high, and this is why I think we need to talk about the truth of why we are here and how we got here. We as a human race are being tested by Mother Nature and universal mind thought. As George Carlin would say, we are merely fleas on the back of Mother Nature, and she can shake us off anytime.
Okay, Cheryl, let's not get emotional. Settle down, and let's try to quote actual scholars, not comedians.
Don't you dare patronize me.
Hey, hold on, you two.
Did you just quote George Carlin? Really? Seriously?
Not helping, Patricia. Dan, when you come back to visual, then we will speak. Let's take 5 minutes to regroup because I'm sure none of us want to carry on a conversation like this. Cheryl, can you meet me in the breakout room I set up? All in favor? I need a... Yeah.
Yeah.
See you on the other side.
Simultaneously, each doctor disappears except Dr. Cheryl Jovitz.
Damn it. Did I just press the leave meeting button? God, this Zoom stuff is impossible.
A doorbell is heard.
Now a doorbell? Who the hell could that be? I swear this day is not mine to be had.
She walks away from visual. The rest of her dialogue is heard off stage.
Who is it? Hello? Well, what the hell are you doing here? Well, might as well come in. Oh!
A thud is heard. Dr. Lebowitz turns on her camera for a look.
Hello? Anyone out there? Oh, is that you, Cheryl? Okay, we were supposed to meet in the breakout room. What happened? FYI, you left your camera and microphone on. Okay, probably indisposed. Be back soon.
Dr. Leibowitz's visual is gone. The other doctors come back to visual as they speak. The visual of Dr. Cheryl Jovitz's place stays on.
Okay, we are 20 minutes into this Zoom meeting and we've accomplished one thing, getting on each other's nerves. Laugh out loud.
All right, this is my fault. Me and my big mouth. I should know when to leave well enough alone. All right, well, how about this pandemic? It's a huge power play with the Super 8 money grubbers of the world. It's about financial control over the masses.
Well, I regretfully want to agree with you, but it doesn't explain the depletion of the economic growth of all countries. it just feels like something got out of hand. I read that email sent out by the Chinese delegate about how China's plan to take over the world by making us all vulnerable and even more dependent on China, especially when it comes to pharmaceutical data intake. But Cheryl's universal mind thought theory is compelling.
Oh, come on, Patricia. You honestly believe that we all have the exact mind thought at the exact same time and it changed the pattern of our whole existence forever?
Well, if you really want to know the truth, seek the source. The universal mind thought can have actual proof, not based in theory.
Actual proof? Really? Oh, I've got to hear this. Based on what?
The cause and effect rule. The causes we've made in the past are the effects we have in the present. The causes we make now in the present are the effects we will have in the future.
Define cause.
Cause is what you will into existence to make something happen. And if I want peace in my life and my surroundings, my approach has to be peaceful. But I can't just want it. I must will it into existence. If we had this way of thinking, or at least agree to think this way and practiced it as a way of life, chaos would cease to exist.
Okay. What gives, Gandhi? You're starting to sound like a Buddhist.
Well, as a matter of fact, I've been dabbling in the practice of Buddhism, and I have been enlightened to some pretty amazing facts based on actual proof, not theory.
Sounds compelling, and I want to continue this discussion, but can we do a head count and see who's showing up to this? I don't want to leave anyone out.
Well, the time has passed for latecomers. How about we let them enter as they may? It's all doctors who are usually civilized anyway, and my list has not increased. All of my colleagues are at war in the hospitals, fighting for supplies, especially equipment. It's really getting outrageous.
Well, that's what I've been saying. We are at the financial mercy of China, or we will have to bow to their economics. That's how they want to control us. It's already been proven that the virus started in a laboratory in Wuhan, China.
I heard that it was a monkey and some other animal having bad sex.
Somehow that doesn't surprise me. I've read how China is offering to help with financing facilities of research here in the United States in exchange for collecting the DNA and other health data for their future pharmaceutical laboratories. For profit. The future is all about cornering the market on medicine supply. If they have our DNA collected, they can follow the path of any individual and anticipate what drugs they will need in the future and then supply accordingly.
Okay, Dr. Robinson, let's hear a little more about your journey to universal mind thought and Buddhist dabbling.
Well, that was the Science of the Mind Church that I was attending initially, a more liberal way to love God.
Yeah,
Based on the
like
writings of Ernest
Scientology.
Holmes. No. This is Science of the Mind Church. Okay, it's based on the writings of Ernest Holmes.
Yeah.
He combined the theories of science and his liberated Bible study of God theory. Now, it's not a lot of Jesus talk. It's just peace and loving thy neighbor stuff. Unfortunately, my neighbor, Pastor Gordon, was a little too familiar with his Bible study and was underhandedly trying to overthrow the politics of the church, one practitioner at a time. I digress. My friend took me to a Buddhist meeting and showed me how to pray. To chant words to focus my mind on a mandala, a powerful, peaceful source of energy written in Sanskrit on rice paper.
All right, let me get this straight. You found a theory of universal mind thought, of peace and enlightenment, written in an old school Hindu on a piece of rice paper. This is what you're claiming has actual proof, not theory qualities.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Robinson, for sharing your journey of discovery. I don't mind you question Dr. Rockefeller, but I want to interrupt because we're missing Dr. Jovitz. Would you mind if we try and contact her by cell phone? She was complaining about not having good internet, and I'm sure that she would want to be in on this talk, which supports some of her theories.
Yeah, fine by me. She always had a way of bogarting the conversation. I'm surprised she hasn't butted in already.
You're muted, Robin.
That's it so far. Can you hear me?
Yay! Yes, we can hear you. We can hear you. Yay! And Monica, you can come back now. Oh my gosh, what happened to Dr. Cheryl Jovitz? What's gonna come next,
Bum,
Robin?
bum,
Bum, bum. You
It's one of these
are-
three people that did it.
Oh, spoilers, Robin! Spoilers! You're supposed to warn us. Congratulations, you all are amazing, gorgeous.
Thank you. Good job, everyone.
And now I'm gonna call everyone back up because we're about to have a dance party. Yes! Yes! Turn your cameras on and get ready to dance.
I gotta get my dance partner.
Get your dance partner, get your looks going.
Can you hear the music?
Yeah.
Oh my God, Robin's dying.
Somebody help that poor woman.
Welcome back, everyone. Give it up, give it up. Everybody come back. Bring all of your cameras on. Those non-dancers, come on back in. And everybody just unmute yourself and make some noise for our Act 1 writers and actors today. We have an amazing conversation going on YouTube. Thank you, Al, for keeping it up. I see all the Pete Casanaves out there. Kirsten Hopkins is here. Other people, Natalie, I saw out there. Welcome. Thanks for being here. And I give a huge thank you to our host tonight, Erin. Is doing awesome. So compelling, you guys. Actors, you're killing us. Writers, you're killing us so good. Couple of announcements. For those of you that don't know, my name is not at the PGE on Venmo, but if you happen to be on Venmo and you type in at the PGE and you happen to have money that you would like to give away, feel free to donate to us. It helps us to keep our virtual doors open and helps us work on new and upcoming programming. Other things that are coming up, we have a bunch of events that are coming up. Every Tuesday, we do this thing called Playdates at noon, where if you have anything that you need to do, but you need an hour of accountability, you can join us at noon Eastern time. We've been doing it 2 ways on Tuesdays now. There is a virtual version where you can be here, but if you would like to join me, I usually sit somewhere in the city outside in a park or near a restaurant or something so I can steal Wi-Fi. I will be tomorrow on Think Coffee on 30th between 10th and 11th. If anybody would like to join me from 12 o'clock for an hour to get some work done, join me. On Thursdays, we do it only virtual at 7 p.m. Eastern time. So if you need to get some stuff done, whether it's writing, whether it's knitting, whether it's darning your socks, whether it's, as I used to joke about, your kill list, if you're Arya Stark, whatever works for you. There's a lot. I was going to go political, but I will pull it back. I'll rein it in. Other things, this Sunday from 5 p.m., where if you would like to play with us, or 6 p.m. if you would like to just watch, is our Drop and Give Me 10 fundraiser. The theme for this one is a Mazel Tov Sweet Quinceañera. And yes, all of that stuff, because it's our 15th. And we have 5 amazing prompts, things like it must take place in a public bathroom, a backhanded compliment must happen, some sort of age-related ritual must happen. A quote from a Clue, from the movie Clue, must be done in the movie. And am I forgetting one?
And something must be eaten literally or figuratively.
Oh yes, something must be eaten literally or figuratively. And we have 10 amazing writers right now writing for our brilliant artist. But if you would like to watch it and hang out with us, the link is on our website. Or if you would like to participate, we need some stage directions readers. So you can sign up again on our website for that. All the things to be said on the 19th, we'll have our happy hour, which will be an in-person somewhere in the city outside going, hi guys, information about that. And last but not least, props. We have 2 amazing books currently on Amazon, but if you would like to be a participant in our 3rd book, submissions are open right now for our Faces of America Monologue Festival #3. Submissions are up until September 10th, and it's a 2-minute monologue with the theme Faces of America. Must include the word change in the monologue. And you can submit, you can go to our website. We are looking for all types of monologues. Last year we had over 200 submissions. We're aiming for 300 this year. We did get a grant for this event from the Lower Council of Manhattan. So we were excited to make it a little bigger. We were working on some exciting things to make it a little bigger, but that's just coming up. We have a bunch, Marge actually, we found Marge who is in the book. Aaron is in the book. Kirsten Hopkins is in the book. Lots of people are in the book. Orlando is in the book. Lots of people are in the book. But come join us. I've babbled enough. Thank you for Act 1. You guys killed us with emotion and laughter and joy and scariness. And now it's time for Act 2. So I'm going to give Aaron the reins, and I'm going to disappear yet again. Yet again.
I am taking control again. And Act 1, seriously, so good. And now we get to go to Act 2, which is going to be just as good. Oh, Mac, you were doing the right thing. I'm going to call forth Mac Raymond and all of his amazing actors, amazingness. Come forth, come forth. Yes. Oh, and P.S. stage directions are super important. So Natalie and Benny D, thank you so much for being our stage directions readers. So this is Everybody Dies at the End by Mac Raymond, and I'm going to turn it over to the fabulous Mac Raymond to explain their play and introduce their actors.
Awesome. Thank you, Erin. This play is called Everyone Dies at the End. It's still a work in progress. Basically, it centers on 2 teens who really love horror movies and might also love each other, who encounter let's call it a magical VHS tape, and chaos ensues. So let's introduce my cast. I am so excited about my cast. So if y'all want to jump in and introduce yourself and your characters, that would be awesome.
Hi, my name is Emma, and I'm playing Finch.
I'm Anna Wrights. I'm playing Arrow.
I'm Mark. My name is Eric, and I am playing Mark. My goodness.
Hi, I'm Anjali. I'm playing Dana.
And I'm Natalie Nikifer, reading stage directions.
Yeah, great. All right, let's get into it.
Everyone Dies at the End by Mac Raymond. Lights up on a small, dingy, somewhat barren basement room with no windows, lots of wood paneling, and a stand fan droning nearby. There's a small coffee table parked in front of a sofa. On it is an empty VHS case, a half-eaten bag of Twizzlers, and an empty, crumpled microwave popcorn bag. An empty backpack leans against the table, and another splays on the floor nearby. Also nearby, a stack of textbooks stuffed with loose papers, with a matchbox sitting on top, and a desk with a landline home phone. Finch, a high schooler, stands alone in the room. Off stage, the sound of a microwave being opened and the jostling of a bag of popcorn. The voice of Arrow, also a high schooler, calls from off stage.
When do you want to do the bonfire? I'm dying to burn that language arts textbook.
I don't know.
After we finish the movie?
Finch reseats herself on one end of the sofa and stares at the screen.
Sure.
My mom said we can stay up as long as we want to celebrate, since she's working late anyway.
Arrow re-enters with the popcorn bag. She reseats herself on the opposite end of the sofa.
God, so stupid. They've cut the line.
Yeah.
It's all so predictable.
It's kind of sad.
What is?
She doesn't even know he's dead yet, and they'll probably kill her too.
Jesus, not this again. Everyone dies at the end. It's just schlock, dude. Who cares?
I'm just saying, I just
would die anyway, right? Based on your logic.
What I meant was someday, way in the future, and not from being eaten by zombies. Yeah, that's just a a fact of human beings.
Dana is not a human being. She's just writing.
Yeah, well,
right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. She's just writing. Dana is just whatever some screenwriter came up with.
Yeah. Some screenwriter who's not you, because I don't see your name on this thing.
We can come up with a different story.
Why? I mean, what's the point?
The point is they don't have a monopoly on making shit up.
It's called copyright.
So fucking literal.
Okay, fine then, Miss Imagination. How'd you write it?
Well,
Spotlight up on Mark, upstage right. He's filthy, spattered with dirt and blood. The light he's washed in is greenish, unclean, foreboding. He faces the audience with a cordless home phone held to his ear and pants heavily. He's been running for a long time.
I don't know how much longer we can.
Lights shift. Mark freezes.
What? Now you're bringing Mark back? They already killed him.
This is my version, remember?
Oh, right. Okay.
Lights shift back to Mark, who unfreezes. Arrow and Finch are completely unlit for the following exchange.
I don't know how much longer we can hold them off, Dana. There are hordes of them out there.
Spotlight up on Dana, upstage left, who is also clutching a cordless home phone to her ear. The light she's washed in is warm and clean. Like Mark, she faces the audience looking stricken.
The undead?
Uh-huh.
Oh, Mark, if you can just make it to the safe house.
I know, Dana. I'm doing everything I can to get to you. I took a chainsaw to one of them. You should have seen me.
A chainsaw?
I know. You wouldn't have recognized the man you married.
I know who I married. You were always so full of surprises. That's why I fell.
Oh my God, Snore. This is worse than the original.
I'm just spitballing, okay?
What can I say? Love makes us do crazy things. And I love you, Dana.
You're turning this into a rom-com.
Shut up, let me finish.
I'm sorry I haven't said that yet tonight. I've been so distracted by this zombie thing, I lost sight of what was really important. I love you, and I'm so tired. But at least now I've said it.
Oh, Mark, I love you.
An enormous office machine is rolled into place to Dana's left. She pats it, unbothered, looking off stage in the direction of a zombie groan.
I can see from here that there's a zombie inside the house cutting the line, but it's okay because I'm going to feed it into this paper shredder.
Sounds like a plan.
See you soon.
See you. Oh,
Mark drops his phone. Mark and Dana close their eyes. Their lips are slightly parted. They lean forward tentatively. Then Mark and Dana's spotlights cut to black. Lights up on Arrow and Finch on the sofa. They're kissing on Finch's end of the sofa. Arrow is gripping Finch's shirt in fistfuls. Their physicality makes it clear that Arrow has initiated this, and Finch is surprised by it. Suddenly, the phone rings, startling them both. They jolt away from each other, palpable that didn't happen energy. They stare at the phone as it continues to ring.
I thought it wasn't connected.
It's not.
Both rise. Arrow crosses slowly to the phone. She picks it up.
Hello?
Spotlight up on Dana, who's still got the paper shredder parked to her left. The shredder's entry slot is now sprayed with blood, as is Dana's torso and neck. Lights shift.
What happens next?
Arrow drops the phone. Dana's spotlight cuts to black.
Holy shit.
Finch crosses quickly to the phone.
What? Who is it?
I don't.
Finch picks the phone up from the floor.
Hello?
Spotlight up on Dana.
Hi.
Hi. Who is this?
Come on. You don't recognize me? I cut the line.
Arrow and Finch scream and jump back. Finch slams the phone back on the base. Dana's spotlight cuts to black.
What the fuck?
That's what I'm saying. That was Dana's voice.
That can't be Dana.
It sounded just like her.
Look, it's probably a prank. Let's redial the number.
It's not connected.
Well, how did they call?
I don't know.
Finch picks the phone up and hits a button, then again and again.
It doesn't work.
Phone rings in Finch's hand. Finch startles and drops it.
How is it ringing?
You tell me.
The phone continues to ring on the floor.
Where are you gonna get it?
It's your house. You get it.
I got it the first time.
You kissed me.
Arrow picks up the phone, anything but this discussion.
Okay, who is this really?
Spotlight up on Dana, who's rattling the paper shredder like a vending machine with a stuck snack.
Wow, that's a big question.
I meant who's calling.
You want to hear? Fate? Destiny?
There are several zombie groans on Dana's end. She peers in the direction of the sound, then resumes thumping and jostling the shredder repeatedly. She opens a door at the back of the shredder and tugs at something in the bin.
Look, we don't have time for existentialism. The shredder's jammed, and I've got company.
On company, Dana heaves and dislodges a severed zombie forearm with hands still intact.
Shredder. How did they know that?
Dana tosses the arm aside, at which point a flicker of movement on the TV catches Arrow's eye. Arrow freezes. She fixes her gaze on the screen.
Finch. The screen.
There's Dana on the phone and with the paper shredder beside her. Utterly baffled, Arrow and Finch approach the TV.
Hey, you can see me.
And you can see us?
Yeah, that's not how this is supposed to work.
Let's call it movie magic.
How?
I don't know, but don't hang up.
You're not.
What? Real? I'm real in my world, aren't I?
You did say that.
You kissed me?
Focus.
Listen, I need you to finish the story.
What story?
The story you started, the one where Mark and I live.
Wait, what? You mean the... I was just talking.
You were imagining.
You don't exist.
You're talking to me, aren't you?
The zombie groans crescendo on Dana's end. An ominous shadow falls over her.
Not anymore.
Wait!
Arrow slams the phone back to the base. Dana's spotlight cuts to black.
This is bonkers.
Finch taps on the TV screen.
The picture's paused again.
Good. I've seen enough.
Man, what did you season that popcorn with? MDMA?
Oh, so you think it's funny?
No, I don't know what to think.
Well, I know what I think.
You do?
Yeah. I think whatever this is, you caused it.
I caused it.
What did I say? You need more than what they give you. That's more enough for you yet?
I need more?
Yeah, that's you, Miss Imagination. Impossible to please. You know, this never would have happened if
Hey, I never asked for... You kissed me.
I was talking about the movie.
Oh.
So wait, you're saying you didn't want me to?
I'm saying don't do me any favors.
Got it.
Let's just forget it.
Yeah, let's.
Phone rings a few times. Neither Finch nor Arrow moves to answer it.
So you want to talk to the fictional lady again, or should I?
I think I'm done talking right now.
Finch picks the phone up.
All right, Dana, whatever's going on, now isn't the best time.
Spotlight up on not Dana. In fact, Dana is nowhere to be seen, and neither is the paper shredder. The figure holding Dana's phone stands perfectly still, silhouetted by spooky backlighting. Overhead, their spotlight flickers forebodingly. The phone audio on their end clicks and whirs like a VHS tape skipping at the end. Finch reacts to the picture change on the screen.
Wait, who is...
Now Arrow also notes the picture change and reacts accordingly. The figure says nothing.
Where's Dana? Dana!
The spotlight above the figure flickers, faltering. The figure says nothing.
She's.
The spotlight cuts to black, just as the lights in Arrow's basement surge and blow out. Blackout. Lights up on Finch in the basement. Everything looks normal, except
Bro. Arrow?
Finch frantically searches the room, checking behind the sofa, turning over pillows, sprinting off stage into the kitchen and back. She keeps the phone in hand and presses buttons to no avail. It still doesn't work. She picks the remote up from the coffee table and tries that on the TV too. It does nothing.
Bro, where are you?
Blackout. End of excerpt.
Actors, come back. Get your just applause. And Mac, oh my goodness. I knew there was such talent in your whole body, and you just keep showing new talents of it. It was so good. Oh my gosh. Yeah, see the love in the chat. I am not alone in this love for this amazing cast, this amazing writer. Must finish. I need to know what happens. And now I'm going to, and the whir of a VHS tape. Oh my gosh, that's such a sound. All right, I'm going to send you all away, you gorgeous humans, send you away and bring forth Tim's cast for The Fragrant and Flirty. Ooh, I love it. That's and your cast of thousands. So I will turn it over to Tim to introduce his cast of thousands and his piece.
Sure. Well, it's a new one for me. And this is like the first time we're doing any reading about, but so it's, I'm gonna pontificate a little bit here, but so basically this is a middle-aged love story with a parent who's denying the child its true love. Middle-aged characters really don't have a lot of depth, and that's what this piece is looking to address. And have an amazing cast here, and so basically this is it's a wine story, and there's a little fight about succession for a winery and what's going to happen. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. I mean, this is like kind of the very beginning of it. And there's, we had to kind of chop some stuff out. So I hope it all makes sense. Is what I'm hoping for. Anyway, so I will let my amazing cast introduce themselves, and I'm excited. And you guys should be too. So I'm stepping away and I'm gonna let them take it over. And I guess DMK, why don't you start the introductions?
All right, I'm David Michael Kirby, and I'm reading Channing.
I'm Helen.
George.
Okay, I'm George Pappas reading Nick and Norm. Take it away, Catherine.
I'm Catherine playing Isabel. Take it away, Nilsa.
Hi, I'm Nilsa Reyna, and I'll be playing Adivya, and I'll pass it to Helen.
And thank you so much. And I'm Helen Sanders, and I play Deb.
Hi, I'm Joy Lynn Jacobs. I'm playing Nancy.
Hi, I'm Mary Lauren, and I'm playing Gianna.
The Fragrant and Flirty, an original screenplay by Tim Lorch. Interior, office day. It's the end of the workday, and the accounting firm of Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe. Several of the accountants are in the conference room enjoying a glass of wine.
So the The booking agent goes, so what do you call the act? And the father? No, it was the nephew. No, I was right the first time. It was the father.
And the father says the aristocrats, and the agent says, so is that all you got? Come on, Nick. You're in a room full of well-educated and funny people. Be funny. What's wrong with you?
Sorry, Nance, I'm just off my game.
Oh, come here.
He gives him a huge hug, shaking him like a rag doll. She's clearly enjoying this, but not sexually.
It's okay, baby.
Nancy,
Mm-hmm.
you're hurting.
We hear Nick's spine adjust, and Nancy stops and lets him go. Gianna enters and pours herself a glass of wine.
Maybe that will help put the funny back in you.
Ooh, my sciatica feels better.
Oh, what is this wine?
It's the only wine worth drinking. It's a Hudson Valley Cab Franc.
It's from New York.
Come on, Nance. You're in a room full of well-educated people. Everyone knows the best wine is from France. Yes, there are some amusing little bottles that trickle out of California occasionally, but by and large, once you have a bottle of Romanée Conti Grand Cru,
Look, no, he didn't.
Channing, why?
Nancy pulls out her iPad, searches for some stuff, and connects it to the projector. Nick gets up to leave.
Don't you dare leave, Nick.
Nick sits back down.
Gianna, sweetie, please have a seat.
Gianna sits down. Nancy opens a PowerPoint explaining the complexities of Cab Franc.
First of all, few people have the means to purchase a $20,000 bottle of wine. However, just because a wine of that caliber exists does not mean it is the only one, and all other approximately 31 million metric tons of wine grapes grown annually throughout the world are shit. The price of that $20,000 bottle of wine is largely because of the politics and politicians in France. And and Nick, how do I feel about politicians?
You hate them with every fiber of your being because all they do is fuck the world and get great people killed.
And why is that?
Because all they want to do is have unlimited, unchecked power. And I'll just skip ahead here. Your father got killed in Nam and denied you a happy and healthy upbringing.
Thanks, Nick. Close, though you forgot that you're talking about my pop. And you need to have more reverence for him and the folks in the military who gave their lives for you so you can act as foolishly as you wish without getting yourself killed.
The fallen members of our military.
Channing raises his glass. Nancy raises hers.
And the loved ones they left behind.
Everyone raises their glass.
Cheers.
Planche.
They all drink. Nancy composes herself and returns to her lecture.
Moving on. Cabernet Franc is one of the major Black grapes.
Nancy clicks to the next slide.
Janice Robinson famously proclaimed Cab Franc to be the fragrant and flirty side of Cab Sauv, which means you can have all the fun without all the other stuff.
Nancy laughs. No one else does. She clicks to the next slide.
A subtle and aromatic wine with hints of strawberry, raspberry, even tomato, bell pepper, and herbs. I like to say that Cab Franc is sometimes like salsa in a wine bottle, and who doesn't like salsa?
Nancy laughs. No one else does.
Come on, people. I'm giving you comedy gold here, and you're giving me nothing. What is wrong with you?
Nancy storms out. Interior, Nancy's office day. Nancy is sitting at her desk sulking. Channing knocks. He enters. He leaves the door ajar.
I tried to set you up.
Channing walks behind Nancy's desk and sits on the edge.
It's these dumb kids. They have no palate, no intellectual curiosity.
Meh. What are you going to do? These kids are here to get the experience, earn their CPA, and then move to the suburbs where they'll coast for the rest of their lives, saying they have big firm experience and never doing the interesting things we do.
I guess. What are you doing with Wine America?
I don't know yet. The client wants some specific things, and then there are the other partners who want something else. A typical crapshoot.
Chan, there's no one in this firm who knows wine better than I do.
You know it's not that simple.
Well, I know what will cheer me up. Earning it the old-fashioned way.
Nancy opens her top desk drawer and pulls out a riding crop. She stands and slaps Channing on the thigh with the crop.
Get him off. Let's go right now.
Nancy, I can't.
They struggle.
Gary, I need this.
Channing stops.
Gary?
Nancy tries to continue the struggle.
Role play, come on. Like when we were at the Kentucky Derby. Ooh, let me ride you.
My wife will be here any minute.
Gianna enters holding a glass of wine, oblivious to what's going on. Nancy and Channing stop. Nancy places the riding crop on her desk.
Oh my God, Nance, you are so right. This is so good. I'm getting like strawberries and maybe some cherry, and smells like school.
Gianna looks up.
What's going on?
Isabel enters carrying a huge purse.
Why, hello.
What is going on?
Nancy, I see you're keeping him in line.
Well, trying to, but you know how he is.
Don't remind me. Like trying to cage a wild beast. So, I hear congratulations are in order.
For what?
Wine America?
Isabel looks at Nancy, then Channing, then back at Nancy.
We were just talking about that.
So nobody cares.
There are some things that need to be finalized with the top.
Sweetie, no one tops better than you. I told you to make it happen.
Isabel, there are things the firm needs to take into consideration, and we can't always just bust in and get what we want. There's massaging that needs to occur.
Oh, you, being so polite. This is Channing we're talking about. He does what he wants. Don't you, babe?
I guess. You're doing Wine America, Nance.
You know what? You should probably take the rest of the day off.
Shot of the clock. It's 4:30.
I think I will.
But before you do, play with me.
Isabel pulls a brown bag wrapped bottle of wine from her purse.
I don't know, Isabel. I'm kind of wiped.
Come. Sweetie, hand me those glasses. You can play too.
Gianna brings the 4 glasses from the side table to Nancy's desk.
What are you doing?
You are about to witness the Hudson Valley Hustle. In the birthplace of viticulture in America, American wine, to settle disputes among early vintners of the Hudson Valley, since they were very pious. Rather than shoot each other, they would have a taste-off. Whoever guesses the blend correctly wins.
Yeah, but this isn't a real one because there is no dispute and there are no winemakers here.
Don't be so hard on yourself. Gianna, this is amazing. Watch what she can do.
You know, I'm not a circus attraction here for your amusement.
Nance, how long have we been friends? How many times have we done this? And how many times have I been your hype man for this very thing?
Oh, Lord. All right. Well, this is no good. The wine needs to be decanted. You can't just open a bottle and expect it to dance for you. It's not a genie, Isabel.
Nance, it's just for fun. You remember fun, don't you?
All right. I'm doing this under protest.
Protest noted. Continue.
But she knows what's in the bottle.
Oh my God. This tastes so good.
Okay. I'd say 70% Cab Sauv. I'd say 12, but the label will say 14. Nope. 15% Cab Franc and 15% Merlot. No. 15% Carmenere.
Channing takes the bottle out of the bag.
Right.
Gina swigs the last of hers.
Oh my god, that's so good. Can I have more?
Aw, so amazing.
How do you do that?
When you spent time in a winemaking family, you learn stuff about wine.
There was one time in college we made $100 with that trick, and that was a college 100 back in the 80s when $100 would last.
Yeah. And then there was some guy that you met that night, and that was like pimply and gross, and you slept with him.
That was me. I had a skin condition.
But I saw through that, and now look at you.
Ah, yes, won't you? Well, this has been something, but I have to go.
Nancy gathers her bag and starts to leave.
Lance, can I talk to you for a second?
On the way to the elevator. Night, y'all.
Nancy and Gianna exit. Isabel picks up the riding crop. She slaps Channing's ass with it.
I guess just go.
Okay.
How many times have I told you, if you're going to do this to me, don't do it in front of other people?
What? She started it. I tried to stop it. Besides, if you weren't hell-bent on world domination.
It isn't world domination. Everyone has something to prove.
Interior winery tasting room day.
Sit.
Don't get me wrong. I love your mom, but ever since the episode, she's just a pain in the ass.
She's always been a pain in the ass. Anything open?
No. I mean, I'm so grateful. You have no idea how much I love her for taking me after my parents died. You know that. But dear God, that woman tries you.
Well, what have we here?
It's Gary's new Bordeaux blend. We had the release party last night.
Oh, I've been waiting for this.
You're gonna hate it.
Oh, it's awful.
Let's see. What can I drum up about this? It's just shit. If you like shit, this is the wine for you. Maybe if we cellar it, it will age well.
Well, fuck if I know. That's your job to figure out. What do we have that's good?
The Cab Franc you loved from 4 years ago is...
Edivia sits up in her bar stool, reaches over the bar and puts 2 bottles of Lucius Cab Franc and a decanter on the bar. She then sits back down.
Why were you holding out? We never have decanters back here. Oh, great. Now we have to wait 30 to 40 minutes while this decants. I'll see you then.
Stop playing.
Edivia grabs the other bottle, opens it, and pours them both glasses. She then grabs the decanter and pours the rest of the wine in. Nancy picks up her glass.
For the baby sister I never had. From the bottom of my heart, I love you and thank you for all you did for us.
Yeah, all the shit you don't want to do. But I'm going to cry anyway.
They click and drink.
It's so good to see you.
So what the fuck is going on with mommy?
Doc says it was a stroke. A small one, but a larger one could be coming if she doesn't take it easy. These past 3 years have been hard on her. You should have never left.
Oh, so this is my fault? You're around her way too much if you think that.
No, that's not what I'm saying. Nobody knows this place better than you.
Tell that to mommy.
This is the same thing as when a son beats his father at basketball for the first time. You and her.
Divvy, she made it clear she doesn't want me around.
Nance, you're a threat and a reminder of the future she'll never see, of the wines that will come from the land she's worked her entire life with her very own fingers that she'll never taste. You don't think she's entitled to be bothered by the fact that she's old and her time is up?
I get it. I get it. You're exhausted. Why don't you take some time off? Gary can run things.
Like he's ever around.
Where's Gary?
No one knows.
Norm enters from the cellar. Nancy perks up.
Norm!
Oh, dear God. You're back. Miss Adivia?
There's an awkwardness between Adivia and Norm.
Norman?
Great to see you, Normie. How the fuck are the grapes?
Well, talk to your vineyard manager. I'm just a chemist, apparently.
He and Gary had a bit of a spat, pulled rank. Thank you for last night. You coming in at the last minute really helped me.
Last night?
The barrel tasting for the wine club members.
Yeah, so like I was saying, Gary hasn't been around and he missed the barrel tasting last night and Norm pitched in.
That mother...
Sales are off.
Quality is non-existent. Your grandfather, God rest him, taught all of us this art of farming and everyday simple things like when to mow, leaf management, and when the grapeberry moths will come in and we can't do anything. Your boyfriend.
He is not my boyfriend. No one can catch the wind.
You need to come back.
Look, both of you, stop. I've got a good gig in town. I'm about to take over the Wine America account. And
Wine America? The company run by that shrill French woman who's gobbling up all the vineyards here in the Hudson Valley?
How am I this far out of the loop?
Well, when you only come by when your reserves are low.
You mother...
Stop. You two have to.
What was it your grandpa O'Brien used to say? You tend the grapes of your life and the grapes will tend you. When are you going to do that?
There's been no tending. You, Nancy O'Brien, are the only one who can fix this.
Fix this? Fix what?
Hello, Mother.
Fix what?
Hello, Mother.
How dare you waltz in here and say that to me? Who do you think you are when you're at home?
I am home.
You're not home. You left here years ago. I don't know who you think you are, just traipsing in here all hours of the day and night, drinking the work of my hands.
Hi, Mommy.
Nancy walks out from behind the bar over to Deb.
Hi, Mommy.
Nancy places her head on Deb's shoulder and hugs her gently.
That's better.
Deb returns the hug. And scene.
Okay, New Beginnings, fabulous cast. Yay. Come back, Tim, come back. Get your claps.
Yay.
Yay, cast of thousands, doing amazing work. And now I just want to drink a bottle of wine. How dare all of you?
That's the objective.
How can you not drink while watching this? So
Come up to the Hudson Valley. Come drink our wine.
I do. We just went up and got some from up in the Hudson Valley. So
where?
We will talk about that later because I have to unfortunately send all of you away. Boom! Fortunately, bring on our next fabulous cast of thousands, which I'm so excited for, but so sad because it's the last one of the night and I just don't want it to end. But I do because I want to go to bed at some point, but not really. Because look at these gorgeous humans. Like, look at these gorgeous humans and the talent that you see before me. And I cannot wait for the words of Orlando Rodriguez to be read out loud because he writes amazing things. And so I turn it over to you, Orlando, for Batman, Anarchy in Gotham. And the nerd in me is so happy.
Awesome. Thank you. Well, yes, this is going to be the continuation of Batman, Anarchy in Gotham. Just a quick little rundown of what happened last. We meet Anarchy. He kidnaps the big boss of Gotham Bank and kills him, leading Batman and Robin into a wild goose chase. And then we start learning a little bit more of Commissioner Gordon and his relationship with Oracle, his daughter. Then that culminates into a battle that happens in Gotham Docks in which Anarchy ends up killing Penguin. This is taking place right after Penguin has been murdered and that whole thing has happened. I have this amazing cast with us today. I'll let them introduce themselves, and just a content warning. This is more of a rated R Batman, so there is blood, there is violence. There is a lot of content referring to social injustice, police brutality, things that can get a little bit much. So content warning ahead. I'll start it off with Matthew Menendez and then just pass it on to each other.
Hello, I'm Matthew Menendez. I'll be playing Anarchy, Tim, which is Robin, and Kid number 1, and I will pass it off to Batman.
Hi, I'm Bryn Packard. I'll be playing Batman and Bruce Wayne. And I'm going to pass it off to Jasmine Spies.
Aw, thanks, Batman. I'm Vicky Vale, and I'm Jasmine Spies, and I'll be playing Vicky Vale. Good job, Jasmine. Good job. All right, I'm gonna pass it off to David Cece.
Hi, I'm David Cece. I'm playing Detective Harvey Bullock and cop number 2, and I will pass it on to Kieran Anthony.
Hello, I'm Kieran Anthony. I'm playing Bobby and Aaron Cash. I'm gonna pass it on to Lillian.
Yo, hi, I'm Lillian Andre de Leon. I'll be playing Renee Montoya, and Kid 2, I'll pass it on to Ruthie.
Hi, I'm Ruthie Rado, and I'm playing Oracle. And in this excerpt, we know her as Barbara Gordon. And I'm going to pass it on to my dad.
Hey, this is Joshi. I'm playing Commissioner Gordon and Cop 1, and I shall pass it on to Natalie.
And I am still Natalie Necki Farah, reading stage directions to bring us home tonight.
All right, and with that, we will get started with Batman, Anarchy in Gotham.
Interior, Iceberg Lounge night. The Iceberg Lounge, aka Penguin's hideout, stands empty. What was once a shining nightclub of Gotham's elite is now the washed out center of Penguin's illegal work. A glass breaks as heavy footsteps are heard throughout the vacant club. The door to Penguin's office kicks open as Anarchy walks in. He looks around and notices a framed painting of Oswald Cobblepot.
Now, where would an egocentric bastard hide his safe?
He approaches the painting and removes it, revealing the safe. He starts moving the combination lock to 19, 39, and 27. The safe opens.
Perfect.
Exterior Gotham Docks night. GCPD's crime scene unit is busy building the crime scene as Gordon smokes his pipe.
Fucking hell. 2 crime scenes in one night.
Harvey Bullock, a sleazy and slobby detective, approaches Gordon.
I still don't understand why we ain't taken out the bat. He has his damn boomerang stuck deep in his throat. Who else could it be?
This is not like him. Batman never kills.
Oh, right. He's all about justice. He's a fucking maniac, and that's what he is.
Someone else was here, and you know it. Find out who it was.
Was that Anarchy fellow? You said so yourself.
Find out who he is.
All right, hold your horses.
Bullock walks over to where Penguin's body is being looked over by Renee Montoya, one of the few decent people left in the GCPD.
What you got?
Check out the boomerang.
It's shaped like a bat. What about it?
No, look at it closer. This outside wing has a bit of scuff, like it's scraped against some rubber.
And your point is?
The point is, the boomerang was not only thrown at his neck, it was kicked to go in deeper.
What the hell? So the bat really wanted him dead. What?
I may be a rookie, but I'm no idiot. Gordon's mystery informant.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't play me for a fool, Bullock.
Wait.
Bullock reaches down to the body cam attached to his shirt and turns it off.
What the hell is that?
Body cam. Apparently the city thinks I'm being too rough on these lowlifes.
Seems rather pointless if you can turn it off and on, don't you think?
Whatever. I don't make the rules. You were saying?
You know as well as I that Gordon has ties with that bat.
How'd you figure that one out?
Gordon knows too many details for someone who wasn't there.
They walk towards the edge of the dock where Penguin's boat remains laying in the water.
Can we trust him?
That or Gordon.
Both.
Out of anyone in this goddamn city, I would say Gordon is one of the few trustworthy people. Don't you agree?
I trust, but things haven't been the same since Barbara.
Bullock looks at Gordon with genuine concern, a rare instance for a man like Harvey Bullock. Exterior Lower Gotham home, early morning. Bobby sits on his wheelchair, frying some eggs on his stove while watching the news on a tiny television. His place is beat up and barely livable. On the TV is Vicky Vale giving the breaking news.
More news to come as we receive the details on what went down at the Gotham docks last night, where Oswald Cobblepot, aka the Penguin, has been found dead.
Jesus.
Though some are rejoicing in this crime boss's death, others are concerned over what that means in the turf war. Could we see more violence in Gotham as the fight ensues over Penguin's territory?
Bobby turns off the TV and goes back to his cooking. He hears a sound coming from somewhere in the house and turns off the stove.
Who's there?
Bobby wheels himself towards the hallway and sees it empty. He turns back to the kitchen only to find a man sitting at his table wearing a hooded orange jumpsuit.
Oh, Jesus Christ. What do you want from me?
Hello, Bobby.
Who are you? What do you want?
You heard the news?
Hey, if it's about Penguin, I only worked with him once. I ain't got nothing to do with him.
Is that how you ended up like this?
Who the hell are you? And what business is it of yours?
It's not your fault, Bobby. What choice did you have when it's the system that keeps beating us down and keeping us on the ground where we belong?
Why are you here?
Anarchy throws a duffel bag near Bobby's feet.
The hell is this?
It's for you.
Look, man, I ain't got shit. I don't have money. I'm not worth your time.
But you have something more valuable. Or had.
What's in there?
Let's just say I met Claire.
God.
Jesus Christ, man. No, it's not like that. Just open the damn bag.
Bobby carefully reaches for the bag and opens it to reveal stacks of bills.
What is all this?
Your cut. What Penguin owed you. Plus interest.
Are you the one who killed him? Why are you doing this?
I made Claire a promise. She needs her father back. Gotham's foster system is no place for a child. That should be enough to turn your life around and get her back.
Anarchy gets up to leave.
Hey, I don't know who you are, but thank you. Man, thank you so much.
Anarchy exits out the fire escape window. Bobby wheels himself to his phone and dials a number.
Can I speak to Claire? It's Bobby. Hey, baby. I have some good news for you. Yeah. A friend of yours paid me a visit. You'll be back with Daddy soon.
Interior Batcave, morning. Bruce Wayne sits in the Batcave, still wearing the bat suit, but with the mask off. He stares at the computer, blankly searching for answers.
You know, the way you're mourning this guy, you'd swear you had just lost a friend.
Cobblepot was a piece of shit, but death wasn't the answer.
The families of his victims would beg to differ.
There's no justice in this. He's not paying for his crimes. He's left this world scot-free.
I guess you have a point. So what now?
Bruce hits a key on the computer and brings up the video of Vicky Vale.
Not sure this is the right time to be stalking one of your exes.
Not even hours after the news of Oswald Cobblepot, aka the Penguin's death, his infamous Iceberg Lounge has gone up in flames. There is even word on the street that Two Faces men have been seen entering what was formerly Penguin territory.
Our job is about to get harder.
I guess he's sticking to his name. This is anarchy.
Bruce gets up, puts his mask on, and heads towards the Batmobile.
Where are you going?
To pay an old friend a visit.
Interior Barbara's kitchen, morning. Barbara Gordon sits at the table drinking coffee and talking on the phone.
Hey, Dad, still at work, I'm guessing.
Interior GCPD, morning. Gordon sits at his desk typing away at his computer.
Yep, still filling out the paperwork. I should be home in time for lunch, though. So, Penguin was found dead.
Yeah, I saw.
You did?
Yep, Vicky Vale is all over it.
Of course she is. This anarchy guy sure is a pain in the ass.
Aren't they all?
Yes. Yes, they are.
All right, well, I'll let you get back to that fun paperwork.
Yay, me.
Barbara hangs up. She opens up her laptop. As soon as she does, her screen indicates that she has received an email.
I swear if it's another, I hope this message finds you well.
She hesitates for a moment, then opens her email. The address is from anarchy@gcpd.com.
What the hell?
She quickly clicks on it and reads the message.
I just want you to understand why.
Barbara's hands start shaking as she clicks the attached video open. Barbara's glasses reflect body cam footage, but the people in it are still unclear.
Keep your hands above your head. I said, keep your hands above your head.
We ain't do shit, bro.
Relax, kid. We're not gonna hurt you.
I need to call my mom.
You can call her at the station.
No, I need to call my mom.
Keep your hands where I can see them.
Hey, relax.
I need to call her.
Gunshots are fired as Kid One screams.
No! No! What the fuck did you do that for? What the fuck did you do that for?
What? What have I done?
Jesus Christ. Let me just...
There's the sound of the camera being covered and shut down. The video ends as Barbara stares at the blank screen.
See that?
Barbara turns to see Anarchy standing at the doorway.
How did you find me?
GCPD records aren't exactly the most secure.
Is this real?
Yes.
What do you want from me?
Bait. To reel in the big fish.
Barbara starts getting dizzy and starts to lose consciousness. She turns to look at her mug.
Never leave your drink unattended. Thought you'd know that by now.
Barbara falls off her chair. Anarchy goes to her, picks her up over his shoulder, and exits the room. Unknown to him, a light under the wheelchair's arm rest starts blinking. Interior, Arkham Asylum, morning. Batman walks the asylum hallways with Aaron Cash, a security guard for Arkham.
Shit's getting rough out there.
That's an understatement.
You think this guy's involved? Ever since what happened to Babs, we've been keeping a close guard on him.
With him, you just never know.
Interior Joker's cell night. A prisoner with long green hair sits watching the news on the television.
Word from anonymous eyewitnesses is that Batman and Robin were fighting anarchy at the docks when Penguin was murdered. After that very mysterious tweet saying, "Cobblepot, you're next," one begins to wonder who was on whose side.
The TV gets turned off.
Hey, I was watching that.
You have a visitor.
Who? Me? Oh, who could it be? Oh, Bats! What a surprise! How you doing, buddy, old pal?
What do you know about anarchy?
Anarchy? Why, it's a beautiful thing. Letting humans be free from rules, laws, and corruption. Letting them reveal their true nature.
Batman lifts Joker from his collar and pins him against the wall.
Don't play stupid.
Oh, someone's got a temper.
Who's anarchy?
How am I supposed to know? I've been here. Just ask Cash.
Batman lets go of Joker and drops him to the ground.
You know, the funny thing is, I've killed a lot of people. I mean, a lot. Thrown him in a vat of acid, dismembered. And no, I even skinned a guy alive once. And nothing. But oh, leave dear old commissioner's daughter a cripple. Now it's a problem.
Batman punches Joker hard in the face.
Oh, must have hit a nerve there. The point I'm trying to make, Bats, is that thanks to sweet little Babs, I have nowhere to go. They're watching me every day and night. Why, they won't even let me settle a score with our old friend, the Calendar Man. Could you believe he forgot my birthday?
How does he know about Robin?
Oh, did you lose another one?
Batman picks Joker up and slams him against the wall while twisting his arms behind him.
Wow! Someone's in a bad mood.
You know who I'm talking about.
Of course I do.
Batman lets Joker go.
You really need to speak to someone about your anger management. I could recommend you my therapist.
Batman punches Joker in the gut.
All right. I get it. What do you want me to say, Bats? I killed the boy Wonder. Did you really expect me not to brag about it?
Brag to who?
Everyone! I needed to make sure that they all knew that I was the one who took out the bird boy. This anarchy kid of yours could just be heard it from someone who heard it from someone.
You really don't know who he is.
I can tell you one thing. I don't like this guy. Killing my dear old friend Cobblepot like that just breaks my heart. He should have gutted him. I mean, pulled out his insides while he was still alive and made him squeak like the little penguin he claimed to be.
Thanks for the info. I'll beat every criminal in Gotham if I have to, but I will find him.
Every criminal? Boy, you are one blind bat. The city you love, the city that you're willing to die for, is full of so much filth. If I tell a thug that I killed Robin, then every child in Gotham knows I killed Robin. Your anarchy guy could just be, well, anybody.
Batman exits the cell while Cash closes Joker's cell. As Batman walks away, Joker's laugh rings through the hallways. Batman's arm guard makes a noise and Batman speaks into it.
What?
Something's up with Barbara. She sent an alert. I'm already on my way.
I'll meet you there.
End of excerpt.
Oh, come back, Cass, come back. You got so much love in the chat. All of you are fabulous and amazing. Orlando, I need to know what happens next. And you need to do it with this cast. So I've made my demands. Now you must listen to them because I have so much power. But great work, Orlando. Great work, cast. See, there's so much love in the chat. If you haven't seen it yet, everyone is freaking out about all of you. And now everyone come back. Everyone come back, because sadly, that was our last play of the night. Can you believe it? So much glorious goodness. So many beautiful, look at these beautiful, talented humans. Like, so much talent in the room. Oh my gosh, thank you, YouTube land. Thank you, everyone. I turn it back over to the Joker. I mean, Mike Lesser, who will magically transform back into Mike Lesser.
Give it up for our host tonight, Aaron Mohan. And everybody unmute yourself so we can see your cameras bouncing back and forth. Say some, make some noise.
Aaron! Oh, Mike!
Give a huge thank you to Al Monaco, who is on YouTube with all of our YouTube friends out there. And as we say at the end of every volume, your virtual volume is officially closed. I don't know if that's really closed, but and our next volume will be on August, that's the month, August 23rd, with the following writers. Some of them are in the room. Bug Johnson will be here. Darpan Joshi will be here. Ed Levy, Aaron Mohan will be writing. Gabby Wagner and Noemi de la Puente. So if you would like to be a participant as an actor, feel free to go to our website, thepge.com right now, and you can click to say, I want to participate, and then we'll put you in the loop for that. Other things, remember all the other events that we said can also be found at thepge.com. Also, oh, wow, I just had a brain fart. Also, the amazing actors that you see here tonight, we want to thank them all for their time and their talents and their brilliance, and our writers, amazing work. As we say with the PGE is a home for artists. It's not a home you have to stay at all the time, but whenever you need us, when you need us to do your laundry, when you need to come and, check, have a homemade meal, come back to the Playground Experiment, get your artistic joys on. And thank you for coming out. We hopefully will see you again very, very soon. Everybody say goodbye to our YouTube family. Bye, YouTube family.